Can I just start by saying I owe younger millennials and older Gen Zs an apology? I watched a little Spongebob when I was on vacation. Because, you don't have the internet, you turn on the TV, whatever's on is what you're watching, and you happen to be with like a 4-year-old, so you're trying to find something the whole family can enjoy. It's not just like a kid's show, man. Like, it is a show that kids watch, and it's probably... its audience is dominated by children, but it's got a little absurdity to it. What episode was it? SpongeBob has a cardboard box that allows him to enter like an extra dimensional realm, but it gets broken, so he takes it to like get repaired, but then Squidward falls into it and ends up being lost for like 1,000 millennia. That's literally like the best episode. When I was watching, I was like, this is kind of art, man. There's some art in this one. There was another one, too. I can't remember what the first one was, though. SpongeBob, no, I totally remember it. Squidward is going to a clarinet convention, but he has to travel there like planes, trains, and automobiles style with someone going to a comic book convention, I think, and they hate each other. That's another good one. They knew what to serve me, man. They knew what to serve me then. How hyped were the cats when you got home? We actually had like the dream scenario, man. My parents came to visit for Christmas, and they stayed while we were on vacation because they're staying a little longer as well now that we've been back. So while we were gone, the cats got spoiled with attention. They got so spoiled that when we came back, they started begging for dinner at like 2 p.m. And I was like, what are you guys doing to these cats? And they're like, they might have gotten a few extra treats while you were away. It's true, too. The older you get, the earlier you want to have dinner, man. On the cruise, we were having dinner at 5:45. That was like when our seating was. And there were times that it would be like I'd finish lunch and then I would open up the dinner menu and be like, what are we having for dinner tonight? I could go for dinner at like 3:15. What was your favorite restaurant on the cruise? Let's say it at the same time. Okay, well, and you can't say Palo or Enchanté, okay? Because we weren't allowed to go there because we have a kid. 3, 2, 1. Plaza de Coco. I mean, it probably is not the best Mexican food I've ever had, but I think it cleared the other two restaurants, personally. Enchanté, you motherfucker. I did see someone say there's adults-only restaurants on the Disney cruise. You know what'll blow your mind? And I do judge these people a little bit. So there's all these activities on the cruise that are like, trivia, crafts, arts and crafts and stuff like that, coloring time, learn to draw Disney character. But like 20% of them, so not the bulk, but 20% of them are adults only. And I was trying to imagine the kind of person who was like, I really want to learn how to draw Minnie Mouse, but under no circumstances will I accept a child being anywhere near me, which to me is like a unique level of, I'm not going to say mental illness, I'm just going to say mental gymnastics, because I'm enjoying my time on the Disney cruise, but every time I see a cartoon character, I'm like, this is for little kids. I'm on the cruise because, we have a little kid, and when she sees the character, she goes like, oh shit, Daisy Duck. But the kind of person, like an r/child-free Disney cruiser who can't handle seeing a child. I mean, let me be more generous. Who would prefer to not see a child while they're watching cartoons made for 8-year-olds? That's a bridge too far for me personally. But I do also, I've said this many times before, but I kind of don't understand why Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald, and Daisy are popular. Because I feel like they have not been in anything for like 87 years. So whenever I see someone my age that's like, oh shit, Donald Duck, I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Didn't all of Donald Duck's good stuff come out in like 1948 or something? What do you mean your favorite fictional character is Donald Duck, man? Like you're my age. Like that's crazy to me at least, but I'm the one on the Disney cruise, so the Christmas specials. So listen, we watched Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol. I'm just going to say it can't hold the Muppet Christmas Carol's lunch. They speed run through everything. They don't, when you know, in the Muppets Christmas Carol, they actually let the love story between Scrooge and Eleanor or whatever her name is like develop, and then Scrooge like becomes distracted, and that's what contributes to the rift. In the Disney one, like they fall in love, and then Eleanor is like, "Hey Scrooge, are we ever going to get married?" And he was like, "That reminds me, you didn't pay your rent last month." And then she like cries and walks out, and I'm like, that's not an earned moment, bro. Charles Dickens is fucking spinning in his grave. How do you feel about Tiny Tim? He's a pure soul. He probably never did anything wrong in his whole life. 'Tis the season to be happy and jolly. Everyone can be surrounded with cheer. What does he say? I don't know the whole song. I only see it once a year. It was a good Peloton ride today. Even though I'm a little bit ill, still finished the intervals today. Feels nice. Just as somebody asked. You may be an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are. That's fucking, honestly, one of the best lines ever written. Like, it's a pun, but he basically is like mogging a ghost. He says, you're literally like a condiment, bro. You might, a blot of mustard, a bit of undigested potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are. Dude saw like his old business partner in fucking chains in his bedroom, rattling them bitches around, and said, dude, you're literally lunch. We're so back. We're not going to do Cine 2 Nerdle Battle Royale today because we were getting blown out. And you got to like know where you stand. Also, no disrespect. Over the holiday season, are you being serious here? Over the holiday season, Zoom Zip, you won 486 times. So let's assume at a 90% win rate, that's like 550 games of Cine 2 Nerdle over the Christmas holidays. That's wild. I see you in chat, Obstadusk, 279. Like, that's a lot too, but you're 50% below this, which I would take as honestly like a good thing. Isn't there a Chrome extension that just cheats at this game? You got to put yourself inside the mind of someone who would use a Chrome extension to cheat in Cine 2 Nerdle, man. That is, like, you can literally just open up, like, a notepad document and type, like, I win. Like, what's the point of having... What's the point, man? If I lose to someone who used the Chrome extension to beat me, as far as I'm concerned, I won twice. Because, like, they needed to cheat, and also, they're, like... You ever see the show The Biggest Loser? Okay, anyway. Dune Part 2. Okay, fantasy movies starring Zendaya. Challengers. It's somebody's fantasy. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't comment. It's kind of my fantasy to be that good at tennis, though. I'm assuming that there's La Chimera, Isabella Rossellini. Okay, you think I don't know shit about Isabella Rossellini? You're right, but I do know that she's in Blue Velvet, brother. Water for Elephants, starring Reese Witherspoon. Well, we want to play. Excuse me. They blocked me from playing a fantasy. That's fine. Legally Blonde 2, Red, White, and Blonde isn't my fantasy. It's probably somebody's fantasy, but Reese doesn't do fantasy. Yeah, she does do science fiction, though. Did you hear her pimping all the crypto in 2021? Legally Blonde 1. The director of Longlegs plays a nerd in this movie. It's a horror movie, but I got to do something. That's Oz Perkins, bro. That's Oz Perkins. Educate yourself. Not all Jabalians are pacifists, okay? I'm not blocking him. I'm only... Do you know another horror movie that Nicolas Cage is in? What, Color Out of Space? Maybe? Maybe I should block... I don't know. He's in a tough spot. He doesn't know what to do with Longlegs. He doesn't know shit about Oz Perkins, bro. Get battle over. You won. I've gained 5 ELO. Walking Tall with Johnny Knoxville. Okay, how about this? Men in Black 2. Johnny Knoxville. That's a fantasy film, bro. They didn't even put this as science fiction. They might as well have said this shit is like a documentary, man. There you go. Because I'm realizing now the extra win condition is how you break these like deadlocks. Like we could rally all day, but I gotta try to push my win con. Fantasy movie starring Robert De Niro. Stardust. Oh, you're in the fucking spin cycle, bro. Brazil. That's science fiction, bro. Ian Holm fantasy movie. Yeah, maybe you've heard of it. The Fellowship of the Ring, 2001. Ooh, you got problems, man. You got problems. Okay, Primal Fear. Richard Gere hasn't done a lot of fantasy movies, although at the time he was a lot of women's fantasy. Not Unbreakable, the movie is Unfaithful. Diane Lane. A thriller drama picture. Don't hit me with Hachi. I don't know how to, well, I would just hit you with Dr. T and the Women, but don't hit me with the third strike Hachi. I'd be in trouble for sure. Boom. You looking for this? Night at the Museum. Okay. Understandable. Robin Williams fantasy. Aladdin. Let's get some tempo early, man. It's not a fantasy picture. He's a fucking genie, dude. Are you shitting me? Oh, shit. I see the problem here. Chris Evans fantasy film. Sunshine. That's not fucking... That's science fiction. Science fiction and fantasy are the same thing, man. It's a fantasy to build a spaceship to go to the sun right now. That's a fantasy. You're right. I need shit with elves. Okay. Fantastic Four 2005. Jessica Alba, Honey. That's not a fantasy film, bro. Sin City, not a fantasy film. I'm going to get pissed off, man. I'm just telling you, I'm going to be pissed off. You know? Oh, The Hunger Games, bro. Yeah, science fiction fantasy by a Wes Bentley. He's the guy with the fucking, you know, oh, Silver Linings Playbook, you sack of crap. Okay, Dungeons and Dragons. I'll go band for band with you. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, Bradley Cooper. Let's go, bro. How is Hunger Games fantasy? She shoots a bow and arrow. Come on. Ben Stiller romance. Greenberg. Yeah. My face has never looked like that. I don't know how I did that. There's something about Mary. Okay. Yeah. No, there is. Yeah, okay. There's also something about Vanilla Sky, which is a fucking... That's a romance, man! That's a fucking romance, you hater! Between Tom Cruise and Penelope Cruz, that's a romance as fuck. Okay, fair play. Because Eyes Wide Shut is kind of a romance as well. But Moulin Rouge is definitely a fucking romance, man. Greatest Showman. Hugh Jackman, romance. The Prestige. Fuck you. The movie is a romance, bro. There's two romantic subplots. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Who's the other motherfucker in this? It's Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr. Probably plays Scooby-Doo 2 Monster. Oh, no. Can't Hardly Wait. That's got to be a romance. Oh, that's not even Freddie Prinze Jr. Who the hell is that? Who's this, man? I thought that was Freddie Prinze. Oh, Freddie Prinze is She's All That. Or Never Been Kissed. Twilight. Oh, no. You got to play a blocker, man. You got to play a blocker. Okay, I can't play horror movies off of this. That's no problem. You ever hear of a little movie called Apollo 13? I guess it was kind of a horror movie if you were there. If you were in outer space, you were probably freaking the fuck out. Me personally, I was watching it on the couch with some popcorn. Okay, Joe versus the Volcano. Meg Ryan horror movie in the cut. Next. Oh, a thriller. Sorry, Mr. IMDb. I didn't realize that the genres had such rigid fences between them. Most horror film off of this, I probably got to say Iron Man 3 personally. You don't think it's scary? That dude was going to use that Tony Stark technology to like fucking burn the world down or something. How is The Predator not a horror film? Only thing horrifying about it was when you checked your watch and realized you were only 10% of the way through the movie. You still had another 2 hours to go. Mel Gibson horror? Okay, yeah, buddy. Apocalypto. They cut off a motherfucker's head. Are you shitting me? It's not a horror film? They cut off a motherfucker's head and then the Spanish galleons arrive. It's the most haunting final shot in cinematic history. Little Mermaid. I have no idea. Aladdin? All right, here we go. So I'm trying to think of what's Beauty and the Beast. I got Beauty and the Beast coming out. Toys. Okay, we're free. Horror movie with Robin Williams. We're so back. 1 hour photo. Boom. Pop it. Thriller. He fucking is. It's not thrilling. It's horrific. This behavior in the film. Forrest Whitaker's in this. A horror film. Okay, a horror film with Forrest Whitaker? Yeah, Panic Room. Oh, it's a crime thriller. A crime thriller. Okay, sure. You're right. I gotta get a fucking comedy win condition because thriller and horror is pissing me off. Okay, Alien Cubed. Fair enough. Gotta play Deep Impact. Drama. I guess you're not scared that a fucking asteroid is gonna destroy the planet you live on. Okay, sure. That's not scary. I was scared. That's not what horror means. That asteroid is a fucking villain, man. In Time. Oh, I guess you know Justin Timberlake's in this, huh? Fair enough. Justin Timberlake horror movie? Alpha Dog. Oh, really? Okay, well, the main character dies at the end. That would be scary for a fellow like me, but I guess audiences found it thrilling. My mistake. 12 Monkeys? Horror movie? Sixth Sense. See, he's a ghost. I don't know what you want me to do. He's a fucking ghost. He's a ghost. I'm sorry for spoiling all these films. He's a ghost. How is that not a horror movie? It doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense, man. Species. Natasha Henstridge is in this. Okay, finally. Hot alien is horrific, but dying is thrilling. Okay, it doesn't make any fucking sense, but here we go. Ensembles. Okay. Not up on my Abdul Ghafoor El Aziz, so I'm gonna probably play Denis Villeneuve off of this. Me personally, I'm the type of dude that thinks that like Prisoners is kind of it's not thrilling to me. Dude's kid gets fucking abducted. I guess that's a thriller. If you're in the audience, me personally, I thought it was kind of horrifying, but I guess what do I know? Okay, Jake Gyllenhaal horror movie. Nightcrawler, pretty spooky. Guy loses his... Oh, it's thrilling. It's thrilling to watch a man lose his humanity in pursuit of the almighty dollar. Okay, sure. Donnie Darko, also not a horror movie, okay? Now we know. Seth Rogen, This Is the End. The rapture happens. It's a comedy. Make it make fucking sense, dude. Make it make sense. I'm losing my mind. They all die. 127 hours, bro. It's a thrill. I'm fucking losing it, man. How could it be a thrill? It's the man almost died. Okay, there you go. 28 days later. Okay, now we're popping. I mean, I just want to flex on you. I just want to hit you with a Shallow Grave 1994 and then put a brick up here just to let you know that I'm down with the British Isles. You think I don't know shit about British films? I know shit about British. Okay, they know Danny Boyle. I made a huge mistake. Cinderella. That's a damn horror. Yeah, the Beatles not existing, that's a fucking horror movie in my world. Okay, if you don't know shit about Lily James, you shouldn't have played a Lily James movie, bro. Thor Ragnarok. Horror movie. Furiosa, bro. I don't know what you want me to say. LA Confidential via James Cromwell. The corruption goes all the way to the top, and that's not horrific to you? I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. How can none of these be horror movies, man? Okay, Seven should have been a horror movie. That's a given, man. You know what else should have been a horror movie? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They're fucking married and they're trying to kill each other. That one was a bit of a reach. Oh, fuck. Interview with the Vampire. About the Virgin Suicides, 1999. That's not a romance, man. You gotta see the movie. It's not a romance. It's a drama for sure. Melancholia might be a horror movie. Oh my God. How are these movies with a sense of fucking foreboding not horror movies, man? The planet is gonna crash into the earth. I'm losing it. Nymphomaniac Volume 2? I've never seen it. All right, I just got to think. It's got to be movies with monsters, man. Because apparently if it's a human being that's a monster, that's a thriller. But if it's like a demon, that's a horror movie. Ghostface was not a demon. That's true, too. That's true. I don't know. I guess I don't know the distinction, man. We played too much Robin Williams already. He's getting stuck. We won. That's kind of crazy to a fellow like me, man. We literally won after all the rigmarole. We won because they don't know who Matt Damon is. 3 Yorgos films? Oh, I'm going to hell, bro. The hell am I doing here with Sterling K. Brown, Renee Ellis Goldsberry? We have to escape the art world. We have to stay in schlock, man. Pacific Rim Uprising. Okay, well, I just gotta, to be honest with you, I just gotta hit you with like a fist fight then. I gotta keep you in schlock. I'm pretty sure Ice Cube has never been in a Yorgos Lanthimos film. He's also never had dinner with the president. And if he sees your ass again, he'll be hesitant. He thinks you're BMing? I'm not BMing. I don't know. I know a lot about Scary Movie 3, though. Charlie Sheen is in this. Fantasy movie with Charlie Sheen. Fantasy movie with Leslie Nielsen. 2001, A Space Travesty. Obviously science fiction, but I think it might put him on the back foot a little bit. He plays Airplane. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, what do we do after that? Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult, bro. He's not in Scary Movie 2, bro. He's not in Scary Movie. Are you thinking you're trying? Leslie Nielsen's already been used 3 times, man. So you overplayed your hand by letting me know that you watch art house pictures with Yorgos Lanthimos. So you don't know shit about that, man. You don't know shit about Epic Movie starring Cal Penn. You don't know shit about Superhero Movie. Welcome back to Mallrats, bitch. I got to keep you as far away from art as I can. Wrong Affleck, bro. That's the wrong Batman. That's Christian Bale, not Ben Affleck. They're too into art house movies. They're a Letterboxd user. We got to keep them deep in like fucking TBS Superstation. It's Saturday at 9 p.m. Alvin and the great play, honestly. Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel. That's kind of a great play. I got to play Scary Movie 2 because that's David Cross. And this has got to feel like getting hit in the face. And you're like, when's this guy going to run out of energy? Because I said, you've already done Epic Movie. How could you get... It never ends, man. Observe and report. That's a little spicy because we're actually getting into like real cinema now. But I think he's losing his will to live, though. Casino. All right. Well, okay, this is dangerous. But I'm going to hit you with a Stardust to get a fantasy tick. The Happening. I'm thrilled to be here with The Happening. Lots of slop coming off of this. How about Lady in the Water? The fantasy M. Night Shyamalan film. Thanks for the free point. Welcome back to Slop. Now, Paul Giamatti's in this, but I wouldn't call it cinema. The Holdovers. Fantasy Paul Giamatti. Hangover 2, probably, for a fellow like me. Big Fat Liar. That's a horror movie. They turn him blue, man. Welcome back to comedies. Sideways. Yeah, I mean, I can see why you would want to do that. I personally wouldn't, because I'm going to play Highlander, which is a fantasy picture. What do you mean Virginia Madsen's in this? Am I crazy? Okay, we're fine. We play the number 23, Virginia. Is it not Virginia Madsen? She's in Highlander 2. That's what I was searching for, but then they didn't have the quickening. I couldn't find the quickening. They're pissed. He's big mad. You know any movie that Jim Carrey has ever been in? Are you fucking, like, what is this? Were you raised? Thank you. I was going to say, are you raised by film critics? Like, I don't get it. But guess what, bitch? Fellowship of the Ring. I got Unstoppable Maiden 2, man. Pirates of the Caribbean. You're in hell, dude. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I got Maiden 1, bro. King Arthur, starring Keira Knightley, bro. That's not a fantasy film. What? History. King Arthur, history. Merlin, the lady in the lake. Are you fucking shitting me, dude? Okay, Big Eyes takes us to Tim Burton, which is like a huge fantasy play. We can get Alice in Wonderland. that's about it. I don't know. Edward Scissorhands is kind of a fantasy about like a dude who loves having scissors on his hands, I suppose. Nocturnal Animals, Amy Adams. Probably got to play something like Night Bitch. That's a fantasy. Okay, we get there. We win with Night Bitch, man. Good game. Okay, let me check out my battle kit. These are very cute, but I don't like the way you tip your hand. Find Nemo? Play 4 Pixar films to win. You are banned from using John Ratzenberger. Play 5 MCU films to win. Play a single film featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger to win. You are banned from using Expendables movies and from using Arnold Schwarzenegger. This takes 20 slots. It takes your whole inventory. That's so funny. I mean, romance seems way easier than any of the other ones. It seems easy to win, for sure. It also seems really easy to play 5 Marvel movies. Will Smith on 3 seems like insanely easy too. Random cast. You know what? Let's add that for 1. That's kind of sick. Key items. Your win condition count starts at 1 if the condition requires at least 4, but you can't equip. This is crazy, man. You can link to any film that was released 30 years before or after the current film and is of the same genre. What? What? So if you got mired in like the 1950s, you could take yourself out by going to the 1980s? Exactly as tough? Wow, maybe for you. Opens when the opponent plays a film that is, this is what was working for us. If a film's outside of the top 1,000, reveals the top 2 build cast members, and then don't take leads. All films played by your opponent that are outside of the top 5,000 can be linked to any top 500. But you can also only play top 5,000. Receive a lifeline every 7th round. You played me before and you said I didn't know Matt Damon movies. I knew Matt Damon movies. My hands were just freezing. Okay. Listen. I'm not trying to be rude. Goodrich. Andy McDowell. Thank you for that. State and Maine from 2000. Nope, she's not in that one, but she is in Groundhog Day. Iconic fucking movie poster. Sex, Lies, and Videotape. Just going to be real with you on this one. I think we need a cast. It's Soderbergh. Soderbergh, open up. Laura San Giacomo from Just Shoot Me. Just Unalive Me, as they call it on TikTok these days. I'm going to have to go Peter Gallagher. I'm a big Peter Gallagher, like American. Maybe like Mr. Deeds is more my speed. Maybe like a Mr. Deeds sort of guy. Punch Drunk Love. Like, is it possible Penelope Cruz is in Spanglish, bro? That one's going to get me in trouble. Gemini Man. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. This is easy. 10 Cloverfield Lane. You're forced to play a John Goodman film. And then from that, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to Penelope Cruz, man. It's that easy. Oh, they're sticking. Okay, well, then it's even easier, quite frankly, because Penelope Cruz was in Ocean's 8 with Daniel Pemberton. I'm so sorry. I just know that this movie has a lot of women in it, and so does this one. And I thought maybe I'd get lucky, and it worked. Unfortunately, they were connected by a man, which means it doesn't pass the Bechdel test, but...
Penelope, where are you? Penelope Cruz, where are you?
She's in Sahara with Matt Damon and Steve Zahn. No, not Matt Damon. Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn. We're going straight to Sahara, boys. We're going straight to Sahara. Matthew McConaughey, Steve Zahn, Rainn Wilson. Matthew McConaughey, Steve Zahn, Rainn Wilson. Bro's name is actually Rainn. Yeah, do you think like Rainn Wilson's wife listens to Ironic and she doesn't understand why it's ironic to have rain on your wedding day? Oh shit, this was not smart. We're trying to get to pirates. We're trying to get to Sahara. Dallas Buyers Club takes you to Matthew McConaughey, which takes you to Sahara. You gotta get out of DBC, bro. You gotta get out of DBC or you're in trouble. That's Matthew McConaughey. Oh no, bro. Oh no, it appears you're not familiar with fucking Sahara from 2005. I saw that shit in theaters. It was not good. Good game though. It was a good game. You missed Vicky Cristina Barcelona? No, I didn't. I saw that in theaters. And don't give me the, oh, Krunko. I was like 19. I didn't know any shit. But the internet didn't exist back then, okay? Queen Latifah, 3 Queen Latifah movies? No, dude, no. That's bad. Last Holiday. I mean, we have to try it on every single one. Beauty Shop. Barber Shop. 2, Back in Business. Taxi. Okay. Men in Black. Get ready. I'm playing it on every single one, man. of getting Last Holiday on Control A, Control C, Control V. First row. Yes. Beauty Shop. You do Barber Shop too? Back in Business? Yes! Okay. There's one. Shit. Fuck you. Yeah, this is where we want to be, dude. Pineapple Express can get us to Queen Latifah. Why are you playing so fast? You're the fastest player I've ever seen in my life, man. 8 Mile via Eminem. This is rap music. We got to be getting closer to Queen Latifah. Real Steel by Anthony Mackie. Oh no! No! Oh, that's a problem, man. I don't know. We're just naming movies here. Like I don't think I can get you to Queen Latifah, man. And I'm reading chat, but I'm telling you, I only knew that she was in Last Holiday, Beauty Shop, maybe Barbershop 2, maybe Barbershop 1, Last Holiday, and Cheaper by the Dozen 1 and 2. So you're telling me she's in Ice Age. I'm not using that. That's not fair. It's not fair to the people around me. I don't. Is there like an offer a draw? Because I feel like we're not gonna finish this in like 2 hours, man. Body double? All right. This is going to be tough, man. Blowout. This is not where I want to be. Obsession? Oh, John Lithgow. Okay. I counter your Kino with Kino. Shrek? All that jazz? Roy Scheider? Oh, I've been rushed. Oh, you think I've never heard of fucking Jaws, buddy? Nice try. John Lithgow? How about Shrek Forever After, bro? How about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? How about Rise of the Motherfucking Planet of the Motherfucking Apes? John Lithgow's been used 3 times. I'm fucking dead. Jaws 2, bro. Good. Okay. I guess Roy Scheider fucking lives. Now I don't need to see Jaws. Jaws 3D. Okay. That's an easy one. Frequency. Now, you know what? Fuck you. Inner Space. Fuck, dude. Why is he playing so fast? He wants to win trade. His lunch break is over? Well, then he should close the tab and give me some elo. You can literally leave? I don't want to leave. This is like my ideal experience in life, man. It's just 2 dudes, presumably, knowing my demographics, just saying, remember this movie? And I'm going, yeah, dude, and Thomas Hayden Church is in that shit. Yeah, remember that then Topher Grace was Eddie Brock. Did you ever see that movie he did, In Good Company, with Dennis Quaid? Yeah, that one was pretty good, man. And then he's going to say some shit like, oh, yeah, Jennifer Garner's in this shit. She was also in fucking Yes Day, or so. I think we already played Yes Day, which is crazy. Black Klansman. Okay, yeah. Did you see that one, The Creator, with like Nirmata and shit? Yeah, like it wasn't that good, but some of the like prop design was pretty nice, at least. That one was pretty cool. The Piano Lesson? No, I haven't seen that one. Yo, but do you fuck with Tenet, bro? Temporal pincer movement and shit like that? I'm all about that, man. Death on the Nile? No, I haven't seen that one. But have you seen the Hamlet from like 1996 that Kenneth Branagh directed? That might be my... people really like the Mel Gibson Hamlet, but I personally like the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet. That's like my That's the Hamlet I grew up with personally. Dunkirk, that's a classic, man. That's a classic. Harry Styles is in that one. Just checking. Probably a lot of other British people. I'm going to say like maybe Son of Rambo's involved in that. Yeah. Doesn't England have like 100 million people? Why do they do the Canadian thing where like every movie has the same 25 actors and actresses? That's my favorite. Well, it's tough because Hereditary is really good, but this is a really good movie as well. I really like this one. You ever see Black Widow? I'll be honest with you, I wasn't fucking with it. I think it's actually, this is kind of where Marvel Cinematic Universe like fell off for me here. We paid like $40 to watch this video on demand in peak COVID. Now you're talking, buddy. Now you're talking. Did I already play May December? Is that even the same motherfucker? That might not even be the same motherfucker. But speaking of ScarJo, you ever see Ghost World, bro? It's from way back in the day, but it's a classic. Definitely the best Thora Birch movie, man. You're right. I got it confused with Zone of Interest. You're absolutely right. Lucy, I'm home. I love Lucy, not the movie or the show. I'm not that old. That's a Luc Besson movie, right? Didn't he do Valerian? You ever see that one? Very interesting movie, taken down entirely by the fact that the leads have absolutely no chemistry with one another. Endless bit. This is literally what it's like to like go to a bar with your friends if you watch football. Old Boy. Now, I've seen the original. Have you seen the original? Chan-wook Park? They didn't bring anybody back for that one, huh? That's kind of a surprise to a fellow like me. You ever see 25th Hour with Ed Norton, Brian Cox, Barry Pepper? That's like, oh, fuck. I should not have played Spike Lee, man. I was in my flow state. I should not have played Spike Lee. That's a fucking disaster, dude. I don't know, The Five Bloods, Brick. Let's see what we're cooking up here. You know any other shit with Muhammad Ali in it? I can't believe I played a Spike Lee movie, man. He lured me into a false sense of security. Yes, Kyle Chandler. Claire Danes! Shopgirl. Steve Martin. Bringing down the house. Or Cheaper by the Dozen. Or bringing down the house. Why are you crying? Yes! Just brick it, just in case. Holy cow. Oh, I need 4? This whole time I thought I only needed 3, man. Are either of you trying to win? I need to pick I'm a counterpuncher with this win condition, okay? I mean, they should really have won big time because they've got fucking Denzel Washington, man. I have Queen Latifah. Oh, 12 Angry Men. Thanks a lot, buddy. The fuck am I gonna do with this shit? Network? Oh! Thank you for that. I don't know where that information was, but thank you. I've never seen them. I gotta kill them the old-fashioned way, man. Have you seen every John Cusack movie but not 12 Angry Men? Because I wasn't alive in 1957 when that shit came out, man. Some fucking Meryl Streep should get you mired in some fucking Meryl Streep. Yeah, you don't know shit about Kramer versus Kramer, bro. Oh, fuck. I know a little bit about William Friedkin. Not enough to know that he didn't direct Straw Dogs, though. Probably play like Last Chance Harvey or something. Got Sam Peckinpah. Oh, my mistake. Is Laurence Olivier? Yeah, man. I'm thinking Hamlet 1948. And then hit him with a, like you really thought you had. Oh, this is bad. I'm thinking King Lear 1953. I'm thinking The Tempest 1979. I'm thinking The Taming of the Shrew 1967. Thinking Julius Caesar 1953. Yeah! Oh, baby. Lumsden Hare. On the Waterfront. Yeah. I'm thinking The Score. What the fuck? I'm thinking the island of Dr. Zhivago. The island of Dr. Moreau. That's it. The island of Dr. Moreau, not Zhivago. Okay, hold. Light sleeper. What the fuck? Dick in the Box music video? I mean, we go Lighthouse. You know how this goes. You go Lighthouse 2019. You try to trap them inside. Oh, shit. I trapped myself inside. Taxi? Avengers Endgame? Babylon? I mean, they got me. That's fair enough. I just say good game, man. Good game. 100, I guess it's not going 200. Good game. You know your stuff. Sorry, I've exceeded the rate limit. Free Dan Hentschel school walkout tomorrow. Spread the word. Yes. Yes, man. Or are we all getting bodied yet again by another Dan Hentschel bit? And I know what you're going to say, because somebody already said it to me. They said, no, this one's real. Their friend was like, they posted and were like, I know Dan and he really needs a lawyer, so please contact him. But do they really, is that really his friend, or is that actually just Dan having set up the account 11 years ago or something like that, knowing that one day this would come to pass?
I was almost a school shooter. 13 years ago, I brought an AK-47 to my sophomore year homecoming game. And I've spent thousands of dollars on therapy to figure out why. I had friends. I had a girlfriend. Maybe that's why I never took it out of the trunk. Maybe I just needed to think about it. Maybe I was sick of everybody telling me what to do, where to go, what to think. That's what my therapist says, at least.
The real police account made a post? Or did he just found the police department 10 years ago and like set up an automated script to like tweet stuff out from that account just to set up this moment, man? How you feeling about the Trudeau news? It's just funny. Like, it was overdue for sure. But I just, the dude saying like his biggest regret was not passing electoral reform is like, you gotta admire his comedic timing, man. Because he's the motherfucker that didn't do it. And like, as soon as he said it, I was like, what are you talking about? You're the dude who was like, I'm gonna do it. And then like a week after you got elected, you're like, I've decided not to do it. You had like a decade. Like, I just couldn't believe that was his biggest regret, or at least what he said his biggest regret was. He forgore. I was like, what is he talking about, man? Have you put more thought into moving to Pittsburgh? I will not be moving to Pittsburgh because there's no point in moving to the US. Eventually, probably within like the next 18 months, my country will be part of the United States. So there's no reason for me to have to move. But I will say I did enjoy my time in Pittsburgh when I went there for Josh's wedding. A dually? Yeah, but it's not ranked, so this dually's not going to be that bad. When you buy or upgrade this, upgrade the core. This is the shit that pisses me off too, the dualies who pretend to be Vanessa. You will never be out here to deep throat kings, not to swallow nobodies, okay? Read the room, dually. Read the room. Please stop. The Bazaar amplifies the brain rot because I'm just watching like flashing lights and putting my hands on my head. It's like we're 70-year-old women at the slots tapping the screen. You know what's curious? Why'd you put women in there? There was no need for that. On the internet, it's very easy to get labeled as a misogynist these days. There's no reason to have an unforced error. Yep. Chibli, I know that's right, man. Chibli, I know I asked you yesterday, do you really, or not do you, but did you really try to give yourself blue balls at least once that I can remember. That's crazy. I thought chat was gonna like make fun of me when I was talking about it in your chat, but many of them were like, that's exactly right. I personally think that you cannot give yourself blue balls because you know going into the interaction that you're trying to give yourself blue balls, which means your body will never send like the go message that is like, we're past the point of no return. Because you subconsciously know that you're gonna return. Or at least there's a huge debuff to blue ballsing yourself. Because the metaphor I used is like, I feel like the only way you can get blue balls is you're at the poker table at the casino and you push your chips all in, and as soon as you push them all in, the power in the casino goes out. Like it's a lot of stuff you have to be all in, the timing has to be like very serendipitous. I don't understand the metaphor. You gotta be rounding third base, and you're like, this is a guaranteed run scored. And then like your roommate comes home and says, oh, actually class got canceled today because the professor's sick or something. That's the only way it can happen, man. Like, I don't think you can give yourself blue balls if you know you're trying to give yourself blue balls. Blue balls are not real. Blue balls are real, man. They're real. I've seen them. Wait, so you can blue balls yourself? Well, listen. You ever hear of that scientist who like injected himself with his own vaccine to prove that it could like cure the disease or whatever? So I'm not trying to be like anti-science by any stretch of the imagination. I don't see why you would want to do it to yourself because it hurts a lot. But, I mean, not a lot, but it's unpleasant. But I don't want to be like rude, but the people saying that it doesn't exist, I'm telling you it exists. Now, is it perhaps, is the incidence rate of it overstated for malicious reasons? Yeah, man. Yeah. But it exists, okay? Are we still talking about blue balls? Yeah, I mean, I would love to not be talking about it too, but people don't believe me. Are there other colors? Well, yeah, apparently you can get like soy sauce balls, right? But the jury's still out on like whether or not that can actually happen, whether or not that's actually real. What do you mean by that? I forget a lot of you were born a little later. Around the time that the pandemic started, one of the earliest TikTok trends was like, if you dip your balls in soy sauce, you can taste them. So there were lots of videos of people like shot from the belly button up, presumably dipping their balls in soy sauce, and then going like, it works. You dreamt this? It never happened? I was there, man. I was posting shit like me putting sun chips on my Subway sandwich and saying, on TikTok, we put chips on the sandwich, and then being like, why am I not going viral? Oh, man. When's Ballionaire coming back? You might want to sit down for this one, buddy. It came back today on Dan's stream. You didn't beat Ballionaire, though? Yeah, and if I beat it, my life would not change. But in the process of beating it, my life would probably get a little bit worse because the game is too hard for me. Your viewers are having a worse life, though? I just gotta think of anything to say that's not what else is new. Okay. No! I paint my balls blue, and I don't use paint. Ghibli, are you really playing Suika game, by the way? He was? It's a good game. Yeah, I know. I saw like an 8-year-old play it next to me on the airplane for like 2 hours. And then she just took a nap. Actually, that's not true. After that, she played 2048 for like another 2 hours. I'm not a pocket watcher. I don't like the game. So as a result, I'm incentivized to undermine what Ghibli wants to play. So he plays more stuff that I want to play. I want him to play instead. I will personally coach you in Ballionaire++. Hyper Hopper, I will personally never take you up on that offer, but thank you for offering. Yes, 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 yes. I can't feel my face. Me too, man, me too. But I love it. You guys fucking with The Weeknd? It's so messed up that to me, that's like the the most famous current popular artist. Yeah, in like 2012. Does he hang out? Whose side did he take in the beef? I've been waiting for a week to do the Nick Drake versus Kendrick Lamar bit again. He hates Drake. He hasn't heard Pink Moon, man, obviously. Which is fine. I get it, because like a lot of people, they kind of hear 5 Leaves Left and they're like, I understand it. I don't need to hear any more Nick Drake, but honestly, there's a lot of stuff in there. I personally would think that he's kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You gotta keep the bird? Bro, he's bronze. He's LeBron's bird.
Compost, I am not.
Okay, Yoda. Too bad you get Venom. Tom Hardy trying to start a serious acting career. Hey, when you heal Poison 1, that's not nothing. Not bad, not bad. How are you so quick with it? I can only really banter or play the game at one time right now. The throughput is still low because I've like literally been one of those guys from Wall-E in 2025 so far. Like my whole December 27th to like January 4th was just sitting in chairs and being given food. So like I'm trying to ramp up to normalcy. And maybe at some point I'll get the throughput doubled, but we're not there yet, okay? We got 2 sticks of RAM, but 6 empty slots. Hey, Anel, you a big Bob Dylan fan? Yes. Idiot Win was my #1 song of 2024. Try not to think about it too much. I'm still rocking it really the last like 8 months of my musical life have just been Bob Dylan and Fugazi. Are you literally 20 years old? I feel that way. I feel that way, at least. Favorite song, Blonde on Blonde. Probably stuck inside of Mobile with the Memphis Blues again. I gotta go back, because like I find it, this is real, and you're gonna laugh at me, but many people are also gonna say so true. I have to go back and listen to Blonde on Blonde, but every time I put it on in the car, I can't take it seriously because I just think about the tweet that's like how it feels to listen to Bob Dylan in the car when that loud-ass harmonica comes on, and it's the 5G cell tower radiating waves and like a baby screaming and holding their ears while like their skin gets peeled off. So I usually go to the 70s stuff more than the Blonde on Blonde, but Visions of Joanna would be up there for sure. You guys fucking with Patti Smith, man? I'm trying to get into it. I mean, the first track on Horses is like insanely good. But I think, I'm not to be derogatory. Do you have to be under the influence of something to get through like the next 3 songs? Yes, yes. No, yes. It helps. Under the influence of good music taste. You getting into Patti Smith because of Perfect Days? No. Yes. Man. Is Bob Dylan brat? There was a time I would say Bob Dylan was brat. Let me think about that. Bob Dylan, when was Bob Dylan brat? I think he is kind of a brat, honestly. On fucking Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. That's a fucking bratty send-off, man. Bratty Bob Dylan, 100%. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kind of wasted my precious time. Don't think twice. It's all right. That's a bratty send-off, bro. He was kind of a womanizer. That's probably brat, man. Right? I don't know what brat is. I know like 2 Charlie XCX songs, and they're all from 10 years ago. I think literally one of the songs I know from her, she must have recorded when she was like 9. I did it on a summer day when you were gone. I crashed my car up to the bed, I probably let it burn. That's like, it's insane to me that she's younger than me. And when I first heard that song, I'm pretty sure I was like 17 or something. That's Icona Pop? Yeah, Icona Pop featuring fucking Charlie XCX, right? Vroom, vroom, gonna double your speed on the bike. I think I've heard that one too, right? That's like, vroom, vroom, the sound of my car. My foot is pushing harder on the gas pedal. Vroom, vroom, the sound of my car. Come drive with me, guys. Like that, right? I know that one. I'm in me mom's car. I remember that. Sounds like Peppa Pig. Well, I didn't write it, buddy. That's Charlie. God, I wish I knew Roman numerals. That's Charlie fucking 80. I don't know. Aiden Ross. What if we all stop listening to music for a month? Yeah. Except we're gonna keep bumping 13 songs by Fugazi. Although I'm starting to reach the point where I'm kind of like, and I love the whole album, tip to stern, right? But we play Waiting Room, and we play Bulldog Front, and we play Bad Mouth. And then I think we skip Burning, and then we play Suggestion and Give Me the Cure. And then I'm into like Margin Walker and Glue Man. Then we definitely were playing End the Same and Burning 2, and then we're kind of skipping from that point onwards. We're kind of putting it back on shuffle after that. You gotta go Lord Arkin. No disrespect, could you type a little bit faster? Cause like, I got poison and this guy's green. So you gotta know, like, read the room on that one. I'm doing green damage, this guy's green. Of course I'm gonna click him in like 1 second. He would have killed you anyway. All right, maybe it's good that you have never met Miss Mavis Beacon. Maybe that's a good thing. Damn, I did Mavis Beacon back in the day. A gentleman never kiss and tells, fella. Can I tell you, I've always been a bit of a free thinker. Not in like a anti-vax sort of way, but in like a quiet, malicious compliance sort of way, I guess. 2 times in my scholastic career, I got a B or a C in computer/tech/typing class. Both times, I'll tell you what happened, okay? 4th grade, they're introducing kids to typing on a keyboard. We do a self-administered typing test, write down what the computer says our words per minute is, get graded based on what your words per minute is. In the 4th grade, 1997, something like that, 1998 maybe, I was busting out 35 words per minute. Now, kids these days are probably like rinsing that, but you got to remember, like, I only touched the computer for the first time when I was like 7. So I wrote down the number that I got, 35 words per minute, signed it and everything, gave it to the teacher. She called me up, like all the kids left for recess. She said, Ryan, stay behind. I said, yeah, what's the problem? She said, hey, you got 35 words per minute. That's really high. I need to know, did you look at the keys? And in my head, I was like, yeah, of course I looked at the keys. I'm 9 years old, lady. What do you think? Like, this technology was just invented. This is not outlaid in the way that like the alphabet is. So I was like, yeah, I looked at the keys. And she said, that's not allowed. And she marked me down from like an A+ to a C- because I looked at the keys. It said some shit like, you won't be able to do that when you grow up. So like, I'm not going to give you good marks for that. Then in the 9th grade, I had to take tech class. And my words per minute was probably faster than it is now because I was typing on MSN Messenger like every night. So my words per minute has got to be like 90+ in the 9th grade, right? The whole unit is just typing speed. Teacher gave me a 70. I said, why the hell did I get a 70 when my words per minute is so high? He says, you don't put your fingers on the home row. What the hell are we doing here, guys? First, typing speed is not really that valuable of a metric to be like measuring in school to begin with. But what is this system-driven nonsense, man? What the hell is the home row? You're supposed, like when they taught typing systematically, you were supposed to put like your left hand on WASD and your right hand on like IJKL or something like that, or like they weren't just like, hey, type and learn how to type fast. They were like, you got to position your fingers here. You know what's crazy too? Again, this is all influenced by the fact that I just got off of a Disney cruise. But people are always talking about like, oh, we live in a dystopia. Have you ever seen a 6-year-old use an iPad? They're fucking quick with it. They know what they're doing. I just got off a Disney cruise. Can I tell you what was really sobering for me? It's not judging the behavior of 6-year-olds because their brain is literally like this fucking big. It's like the size of a fucking slice of banana bread or something, right? It's as soon as you get to port and the cell signal comes back, watching all the middle-aged people go, oh shit, pull the phone out, and then you look at the screen and it's just Barstool Sports, Barstool Sports, Barstool, 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 Barstool. I gotta see what's going on Barstool, bro. The kids are like, Mommy, I'm hungry. Barstool, 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 Barstool. Also, I met 2 viewers on the cruise. But one of them I met said, are you Northern Lion? And I said, yes, I am. And they said, I know you because I'm a Squeaks viewer. And I said, oh, that's nice. I'm not judging them for that. I'm just saying. That's sick. What about the other one? Well, I sounded like 10 times worse than I do right now because it was on debarkation day, so you have to get up at 2 in the morning to get off the ship. And then when I was getting the suitcase, an individual said, hey, are you NL? And I went, yeah, I am. Hope you guys, nice to meet you. Hope you guys had a great cruise. And then I was like, fuck, they're going to know I'm sick. They're going to tell the fucking Discord that I'm sick. But despite being sick, I'm realizing through deductive reasoning, or inductive reasoning maybe, which one's worse? It's the worst one. That you guys must be sick. Because a much smaller percentage of people are making fun of me for being sick than is normal. And the only reason anybody on Twitch has empathy is if they're going through exactly the same thing that you're going through at that present moment. If they were sick a week ago and you're sick now, they'd be roasting your ass. But the fact that I'm not getting roasted a lot indicates to me that many of you are also sick right now. Only a fool would try to deep throat a king. Well, 'tis better to remain a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. Am I right? If you know what I'm saying? Sorry, quick Halls break. Damn, I just realized I ate granola twice today too. I really am hauling oats. You watched Severance? No. I watched Past Lives, and I watched Perfect Days, and I watched 2 episodes of The Rehearsal, and I watched Blackberry. Apollo, we've been working on a line today that I stole from Reddit, okay? Our goal is to deep throat kings, not to swallow nobodies. Stop it. I think it's good, man. I think it's pretty good. It must have been good because when I saw it on Reddit this morning, I laughed for like 2 minutes. Not an Adam Scott fan? No, I'm not watching anything, man. It just doesn't fit into the life right now. I guess we could just not play the crow's nest yet. It's true. Our cannon attacks fast, at least. We have no ammo, but at least it like does something.
Hey, when you carry my weapon,
I fight alongside you, man. But that would have been so fucking good with Trebuchet, man. Fuck. Okay, this one's gonna be real. This one's gonna be real, okay? Sorry. I'm getting my sea legs back underneath me here. I don't know. I would love to watch more shows, but it's just they just don't fit that well. I've been watching a little bit of Bluey. Bluey's okay. But other than that, if it's not family friendly, it's very difficult for me to fit it into my life because essentially, like, as soon as my daughter goes to bed, I pass out and then I go to bed and wake up at like 5 in the morning. She would probably like Severance. I did have a friend of mine in our like college group chat was like, I have friends with no kids who are watching Bluey, and I legitimately, and this is where like I have a problem. I told him straight up, I said, you need to tell your friends to get a life. To not have children and willfully watch Bluey. And Bluey is like the best of the children's shows, I think, and also like Sesame Street probably. But you really get, like, I want what's best for you, to be honest. And I think that's like, you could do better with your media diet. That's just my 2 cents. Now, I am also, you know me, I'm very much not like a let people enjoy things sort of guy. Because what I don't understand is we find ourselves in this weird cognitive dissonance where, like, when I criticize something, people are like, let people enjoy things. But then when I talk about going on a Disney cruise, people are like, I hate Disney adults. Buddy, if you watch Bluey without kids, you're basically a Disney adult. I'm sorry to break it to you, but At least like in some of the Disney movies, like there's like some conflict. In Bluey, the conflict is always like, oh, Bandit's being like a 9 out of 10 dad instead of a 10 out of 10 dad. You gotta start watching The Leftovers. I feel like I'm losing my mind. There's no space, man. There's no space. People are like, are you watching a show you would like to watch? And I'm like, I don't really have the time for it. And then they're like, okay, here's another show. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, that's not helpful for me. It's helpful for you. I get it, because I've done the same thing. I keep telling Apollo to watch Past Lives. He's not going to watch that shit. He's going to watch all the Sonic the Hedgehog movies or something, or like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ozempic Thanos. I appreciate it, but it's, I don't think it's quite there yet. Ozempic Thanos. Ozempic Scrooge is better. I think it's just because OO is such a funny sound in the English language. Blue Chew Thanos. Now that, dude, Blue Chew Thanos actually fucking works. Ratty Noam Chomsky, Blue Chew Thanos, Ozempic Scrooge. Ozempic Bluey? No, you gotta mix it up. You gotta mix it up somehow. I really can't process any of this. Apollo, it's like jazz. Apollo, do you like Pentatonix? That's an insult. A little bit, but I could have gone harder. I could have said, you seem like the kind of guy who loves Pentatonix. Their covers are good. Do you like it when they go? They always start with like a skip-it-up-ba, skip-it-up-ba, ba-da-da-da. But then once they get through like the first verse, they always have the one dude start beatboxing while everybody else is doing like the vocal trilling and stuff. That's when it really starts to pop off, because you think like, is good, but it could use like a little element of like hip hop thrown into it, and then all of a sudden the one guy starts to go. He is a good beatboxer. He's better than me, no doubt. I'm not clicking. What am I clicking on? Apollo, I need you to do the run for me. That's actually not too bad in the whole scheme of things. You are clicking concede soon. You are now breathing manually. How do you feel about that? How could you do that? I still feel bad about the time I said, you know, when you're like exercising and you're breathing unconsciously, and then you notice that you're breathing unconsciously, so you start breathing consciously, and it like makes the workout feel like it's 3 times longer. Oh man, I'm sorry, but it is a cognito hazard. Chipotle smoked brisket is way too sweet. I wouldn't know, man. I wouldn't know. I've always been a carnitas guy. Can I hit you with a pet theory? Chicken as well. Now, I know chicken is very popular, but I feel like people don't order the chicken as much because it's more fun to say carnitas or carne asada. I even find myself being like, oh, it's too boring to order the chicken. They're gonna know I'm not like a real Chipotle head. I gotta go carne asada or carnitas or barbacoa or something. I legit agree. I think there might be like a subtle like behavioral effect there, where maybe they're like their chicken margins are low, so they don't call it like, you know, pollo frito or something like that. Instead, they call it chicken, and you're like, I'm not that basic, man. Come on. Or maybe I'm mentally ill. You getting ready to learn American? I think honestly, like, depending on the way that they like split up Canada, I'm not gonna say it's an upgrade, because that's crazy. But like, we might be able to elevate ourselves a little bit. Because like BC is already obviously like the coolest province. We could become like top 10 coolest state for sure. As long as we don't get grouped with, they're gonna group us with Alberta, aren't they? Oh man. Like I would take the Yukon and the Northwest Territories. There's no way. Oh God.
Need to cut back on the grog.
Okay, hear me out.
Even a shattered mast can be repaired.
We concede. We reopen the game. We close and reopen the game. We pretend that like the last 3 runs didn't happen.
It's a mess. But hey, don't even worry about it.
Oh man, first run of the day. First run of the day. Feels good to be back. Vanessa, my favorite character. It's an unlosable run now. Dude, I should just have chat make my decisions in every run. It seems like it makes it like a lot easier. Never 3? You still got a lot to learn, buddy. No, Seaweed's gonna carry me. Cooked, I'm afraid.
My ship,
Oh man, that's fucking funny though.
get stronger.
I'm the kind of fella that might eat at fins in order to get 5 extra regen. I wasn't thinking straight on that one. Don't listen to me. And we go straight for the... There you go. And oh no, man. No, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck, man?
Step right up.
Well, but I got 5 extra regen now. That might help me out. Do you see those crits? No! Are you fucking serious, man? Now I gotta go up against this whack-ass dually afterwards, too? It's a simple choice, which is why I'm waiting for you to tell me what to do. The simple choice is we take XP, because everything else is trash. It's that simple. And then you go to the docks, you work hard. I didn't even look at the other item, because I don't even need to look at the other item. Guys. He's done, man. He's done. He's done. He doesn't even have anything that I want, but he's done. You beat 3 easy? Yeah, but this one's all about, like, revenge, to be honest. Because, like, we go again. We got more HP. We got better weapons. Like, he stands no chance. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. And you want to go again? Because it's not going to get any easier than that. Bro, I got a real problem in my household, by the way. My daughter is playing Minecraft, but I am basically playing the Minecraft because she doesn't know how to handle the controller too well. But she's getting frustrated with me because I'm fucking ass at Minecraft. And she's seen all these, like, YouTube videos that are, like, amazing Minecraft builds and stuff like that. So she keeps telling me, like, Daddy, build a chair. And then I go into, like, the creative mode menu and I search, like, chair and it doesn't exist. And I'm like, oh, honey, I don't think there's chairs. That must be, like, a mod or something. And then she goes, no, you can make one. And then I gotta go to Google and be like, how to make a chair in Minecraft. And it turns out it's, like, a trap door and 2 signs placed together or something like that. I'm trying to figure out how to place, like, ladders on the trap doors, and it's like, oh, you have to crouch and, like, look at it from the, like, down direction to place it, otherwise it won't work. Like, it's out of control, man. Like, I know about, like, you know, punching trees and, like, building a house and doing a strip mine and stuff like that, but, like, all this stuff that she wants me to do, she was asking me how to make wool. Or not wool, but, like, there's, like, a patterned wool in one of the videos she watched. And I'm like, you got the wrong guy, man. Like, I gotta take, like, an introductory level Minecraft course or something. They don't know what it was like in 2010. Yeah, like, she has no respect for the dirt house. And also, she does not care for survival mode. Which is a real problem for me, because I don't care for creative mode. Like, if you don't have skin in the game, I'm like, what's the point? But I make an exception because she is my child anyway. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, we're playing it on the Xbox. So I've been, like, downloading these free... I don't even know what you'd call them. They're kind of like mods or worlds that she can play around in. So she's been playing this one called, like, Safari World. And you can get in a car and, like, drive around and, like, take pictures of animals and stuff like that. And it goes well for, like, 6 seconds, and then she starts asking me, she's like, Daddy, I want to build a castle. Come to find out, you can't mine blocks or spawn blocks in Safari World because they've locked all the blocks so that you can't mess with the biome or something like that. And now I got a kid that's she's like, I'm so sad, I'm going to cry because I can't build a castle in the Safari Zone. And I'm like, honey, we could just sleep in the information center. They already built it for us. And she's like, I don't want to sleep in the information center. Oh, brother. I need to get a vasectomy tomorrow. I mean, it's this is bullish, man. The fact that we're playing like some video games instead of just pretend play all the time, which is probably like way better for her brain, but also way more exhausting as the dad. Anyway, it's been good, but mostly I'm just like, man, I feel like a failure of a parent because like I don't fucking know how to do all the stuff that she needs me to do in Minecraft. There's no shot we could afford it. That would be incredible, but there's simply no way. Sell the board? I don't even think, if I sold everything, I don't think we'd get there. Unfortunately. Would be sick though. The Chesler, bro! If you relog, it loses enchant and becomes half price. Damn, I didn't realize fucking everybody beating me in this game is just cheating, dude. Wait till you hear about people holding items to manipulate the loot tables. Oh no, man. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. I forgot all the Hearthstone pros are gonna start playing. Oh, man. Is there a reason there's a definition of climate change listed directly underneath your YouTube video? Yeah, I don't really know. The reason is because whatever AI tech they're using to determine if something is misinformation designed to undermine Western society has, it needs some tweaking. Do you or do you not believe in climate change? I've been advised not to answer that question. I believe in climate change. I just think it's crazy that people are like so negative about it all the time. Like, yeah, maybe we're like irreparably harming like the world or whatever, but on the other hand, it's like, what if, like, there's a lot of days where it would be nice if it was a little bit warmer. And like 1 or 2 degrees, that's nothing, man. I don't even need to like change my outfit or whatever. Then all these nerds start talking to me about how like, oh, it's gonna like completely change the physics of the ocean, and there's gonna be like extreme weather events. And I'm like, buddy, I got a sweater on, okay? And then in the summer, I'll wear shorts. It's not that hard, okay? I will say, and you're not gonna like this one, and this, me being slightly annoyed, pales in comparison to the catastrophic impacts of climate change. But we as a society need to stop blaming every day of bad weather on climate change. That's all I'm going to say. Whenever there's like one really hot day in December or a really cold day in the summertime, everybody goes, well, this is climate change. I understand what you're saying. But then when we have dry years, people are like, that's climate change. And then Vancouver had a really wet year and nobody was going climate change. Everyone was going, yippee, I love the rain. We gotta be honest at least about attributing things where they belong. It can do both. Yeah, but people like, I don't know, they're annoying about it. Because they're not doing anything about it. They're just like being like, it's hot today, climate change. And I'm like, I know, man. But like, the same thing, people are always, they always think the weather, like the meteorologists have like a conspiracy theory. One thing that comes up a lot in Vancouver now is we get things called atmospheric rivers. And people that are supposedly pro-science don't believe that atmospheric river is like a real weather phenomenon. Instead, they say, well, they used to just call it the rain. So I'm doing, a lot of the problems in my life in terms of me getting annoyed is always forgetting that there's like not just one other person on the planet. So like, these are probably 2 different people, but as an individual myself, I'm like, what the hell? People are saying A and people are also saying B? How can they both be true? And the answer is that A and B don't talk to each other, I suppose. Pet Rock is not dog ass, okay? It's like Little Red Riding Hood. It's like a Muppet in a Little Red Riding Hood costume or something. I blame climate change on Chibli flying. It's damn true. That's the one thing we can all agree on. Proboscis build? Poison proboscis build. Oh, fuck. I don't like the looks of this. Or do I? Or do I? I do! I told you, all we had to do was like leave, pretend that we hadn't played any Bazaar today, and then win on the first run. Okay, slash marker, we'll call that the Bazaar. I believe in climate change, by the way. I believe in climate change. So brave. And vaccines. People think I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I believe in vaccines. I just get annoyed by the fact that I can't get the vaccine as easily as I want to, because I think if I just walk into the pharmacy, I should be able to get the vaccine. But instead, they're like, you're not 80 years old. We haven't gotten to the 36-year-olds yet. So we're only on the 72-year-olds. And then it's like halfway through flu season by the time they give it to the 36-year-olds. And I'm like, buddy, we're the ones keeping the fucking shit going, man. Not me, but like people my age. Hey, let me see if my wife is ready to stream. Hello. Are you ready to stream? Smiley face. Bro, I am at the dentist. Oh my gosh. I forgot. Lamau. You guys ever think about how awesome farts would be, like, societally, if they didn't stink? I'd be ripping that stuff in public, like, all the time. They're impolite to do in public because they stink, bro. Oh! I do like lighter as well, but it's easy to get it from a lad. They would be like burps. Yeah, but burps kind of stink, man. Actually, in a way, maybe this is kind of an insane take. I wouldn't say that burps stink more than farts, but they stink in like a grosser way. I feel like farts always smell like poop. You're never like, oh, that's like a fart is never like super unique. The burps are always like, it smells like old food that you ate plus your breath. Like it's like a fixed rate mortgage versus like a variable rate mortgage.
I got everything you need.
Like when times are turbulent, give me the fart, bro, because I don't know what the hell's gonna happen with the burp. That's up to Tiff Macklem. Scraping the bottom of the takes barrel? Listen, buddy, I got plenty of worse takes than this, okay? Plus, I got one slice of pizza left, so get ready. Because I have to say something that gets people talking, so I get like 5 seconds to chew. Least favorite pizza topping? Magresta, you were trolling, right? Like, not entirely on the list, but like... You were trolling a little bit on the list. Okay, you were. Because like spaghetti on pizza is kind of a crazy... I know they do it, but like... That's only in Quebec. Banana on pizza? I forgot. It's like leisure time in Sweden right now. I'm not messing with it, but I give you the support. You have my blessing if you want to have the banana on the pizza. We got Papa John's yesterday because we're still like trying to get everything in order after being away. First time I ever seen it in my entire life. I gotta whisper because they're in the next room. My dad took the garlic butter from the Papa John's and he put it on the pizza slice instead of like dipping the crust in it. It's like buttered pizza. I couldn't believe it, man. Anyway, talk amongst yourselves. He's innovating. I thought it was kind of diabolical. I know I've been talking a lot about movies. There's a question I had. I was a little embarrassed to ask it. But I was watching past lives. I was watching Perfect Days. Maybe you guys could like help explain some of these movies to me. I was watching with full attention, okay? Who do you think has a higher power level? Nora from Past Lives or Harid, I forgot his name, from Perfect Days. I was going to say Hariyama, but I think that might be a Pokemon. I'm hearing it is a Pokemon. It is a Pokemon, sorry. I agree. I think it's Perfect Days. At least his defensive stat is higher, without a doubt. Like, he doesn't take damage. And obviously we see Nora take a lot of damage throughout Past Lives. But Nora's also she's kind of like Glass Cannon, right? She's got some great lines. She says, of course we fought. We're two plants trying to put roots in the same pot. I was like, damn, that was like a crit, man. It's super effective. I don't know. I haven't seen a Nora yet. I can't comment. I don't know about a Nora's same type attack bonus or whatever. What do you think of the Treatler discourse? What is the Treatler? I promise I'm not trying to be offensive here. Is the Treatler a different thing than the Rizzler? Yes. The Treatler is Treat Hitler. First off, I would never. He's a bad guy. It's Hitler for getting treats. What is... I feel like I don't understand what you're talking about here. People... Okay, hang on. People who are Hitler to DoorDash drivers. Oh! Treatlerism is a meme based on some people's willingness to accept cruelty if they get cheap treats. Being off Twitter it's probably added 18 months to my lifespan. I think we got to come up with a new name for it, because first off, Treatler is kind of like a little the narwhal bacons at midnight. Secondly, it made me think of the Rizzler, who has no reason to be close to this discourse whatsoever. He hasn't done anything wrong as far as I know. I don't have any opinion on it, I suppose. I don't know. I guess I do have an opinion on it, which is there's more important things in the world than DoorDash, but I don't know if I don't want to get mired in the weeds of the Treatlers. I'm not sure the Treatlers are a large voting bloc that we need to be super concerned with necessarily, but you need medium item and weapon shops. I need like a little chat AI when I play the Bazaar for YouTube. I could be like, hey chat, what do I need right here? And then like there's like an 80% chance they tell me what I need, and like a 20% chance they ask me a question about like why the fuck whole wheat bread tastes so much worse than white bread, and I get sent on a tangent for like an hour and a half. It doesn't. You literally just have the fucking palette of a fucking, well, if you're talking about store-bought bread, yeah, all the bakery stuff from the store is dog shit. You got to go to a real bakery, and then okay, but why does it though? I'm not falling for that, okay? You got me confused with some other guy. In your opinion, what's the difference between a panini, a melt, and a grilled cheese? Well, here's the thing. I don't think it matters all that much. I think that a panini is a melt that is made after 2014. Because I really feel like paninis were everywhere. 2002 to maybe like 2012. And then they started, for some reason, the panini started falling away. I don't know what they got replaced with. I guess burgers with like fried eggs on top of them. Something like that. The panini, oh, that's true. People are way into bowls now because people are carb phobic. They've now been replaced with keto bowls. We got to bring back paninis, people. They have the grill lines, and a tomato has never tasted as good as a tomato that's in a sandwich that has been pressed in the panini. There is a problem, though. Often I do find that for average sandwich consumption, there's a tectonic drift issue with the panini. Like if you don't bite perfectly on the same like longitude, the plates slide and you end up with like a bunch of arugula that falls out of the top of the sandwich. But anyway, I know we go through this a lot, and I apologize, but like my opinion on it has not changed. Every time I'm in the United States, I am stunned. There's a lot of amazing food in the US. Let's start with the obvious. But I'm stunned at the fact that they're still leaving a light on for the hamburger. Like the hamburger occupies like a religious significance in America. Every time you walk by a restaurant, there's like an 80% chance that they're advertising like some kind of, you've been here before, but you haven't been here since we unveiled the beef Wellington burger. We got a new lamb burger. We got a barbecue whiskey burger. You struck a nerve. I'm getting more -2s than I've like ever gotten in my whole life. And I see you asking in chat, what's wrong with the hamburger? There's nothing wrong with a hamburger. I think it's just crazy how ubiquitous they are in, I'll be honest and say North American cuisine, but especially the United States. Because we got it in Canada too, but I'm like, I don't order a burger at a restaurant more than, I'd say maybe 5% of the time, maybe 2% of the time. How is it crazy? I just think there's a broad world out there, man. I order a burger like 90% of the time. I don't think this annexation thing is gonna work, man. We're just culturally too different. It's always a safe pick at a restaurant. See, now you're doing a great job of presenting leading questions that are gonna get me in even more trouble. Because I'm like, almost everything is a safe option at the restaurant, man. It's a business whose job is cooking food. Like, it's pretty much all of it is going to be, like, pretty good, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't be open. Unless they're like Burger King or whatever. 80% of restaurants fail in the first year. Yeah, but I mean, I'm just one guy, okay? I don't think it's usually because like the food sucks. I think it's because, I mean, there's a lot of things that go into like a successful restaurant, right? The Kongi Noodle House sinkhole. Are they still? So here's what I know about the Kongi Noodle House, okay? It's like right as you exit or enter downtown Vancouver, right? It closed like around COVID. And then I would drive through downtown sometimes, and it would have like a window open where they were selling fried chicken sandwiches out of the... Wait, maybe I'm thinking of a... Listen, long story short, I'm pretty sure this place got shut down because they were selling drugs out of the drive-through window during COVID, but don't quote me on that. That's just what I read on r/Vancouver, and it's not even r/nice Vancouver, where the people who can't hack it on r/Vancouver go. You're thinking of the Cafe Crepe? They shut down that Cafe Crepe! I gotta make a call, man! Actually, it's a great bit of resonance. Cafe Crepe, not the best restaurant, but they did used to have some pretty good paninis. And cheap pitchers back in the day. But, I mean, we're talking ancient history. This is like 2012. But if I take this out, I won't burn. So you're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna do anything. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I never know what she's doing. Ma, the meatloaf. Name that movie. Difficulty, impossible. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But I believe, like, I don't know. If you can't find anything else to order, I understand the idea that you would order a hamburger because you know what you're going to get. But I do also think that, like, maybe we have different tolerances. Because for me, I, like, almost always find something else to order. Like what? Like anything else, really? Like one of the dishes under main? I mean, you'd have to have a pretty decroded sandwiches section of the menu to get me to order a hamburger. You'd have to have a pretty bad bowls section. You'd have to have a pretty bad salad section. You'd have to have... There'd be a lot of... You'd have to fall through like a lot of switch cases to get to the hamburger being ordered. What if it's known for its hamburgers? Then I didn't pick the restaurant. That's all I'm not trying to make any enemies. I think, why are your feelings getting hurt by me criticizing a food item that you aren't even? Like, you're not a hamburger, so why are you getting upset about this, is what I'm trying to say. I can't even read what you're typing. It's just too fast, and I'm not that smart right now. People are typing way too fast about this burger stuff, and I'm not sure I'm the guy to, to hold it in. We were close. We didn't win, but we were close. As a beef farmer, as long as you like steak, I'm okay with you. I eat the steak if someone else is paying for it. I don't buy beef for myself. It's annoying. It's too expensive. That's probably not your fault. But be honest with me. Come here for a second. It's just the two of us here. Even if you don't buy it, you're fucking loving this, like, this movement, right? Of, like, you're not a real man unless you eat like a steak, a microwave steak every single night, because that's got to be great for the bottom line. Because like 10% of the population seems to have eaten it up in like a big way. There's a lot of guys out there, a lot of impressionable young men. For dinner, they're eating like a huge ribeye steak and like 8 fried eggs, man. It's got to be fucking sick, right? That's got to be great for your bottom line. Or I don't know, maybe it's only great for the grocery store's bottom line. Maybe you're getting paid the same for doing all the work and Galen Weston's making all the money. I don't know. I don't know about the supply chain of the meat industry. I don't know shit about it, to be honest. What do you have against steak? I said it in explicit terms. It's too expensive, man. For me to feel good about buying it, at least. Buy a whole roast and butcher it into ribeyes. I'm sorry, man. You got the wrong guy again. I just don't have that kind of freezer space. And I got a lot of stuff on the to-do list. That's just too much for a fella like me. I get it. But I guess the other thing is, like, it's expensive, and also I guess I just don't like beef that much. Like, I like it, but I don't like it enough to, like, do that when I could just buy some chicken instead. You have 8 barrels of Coke in your fridge? No, I don't. I have 2 carafes of cold brew coffee in my fridge. And then a cheesecake from Christmas that I need to throw out still, to be honest with you. You're working on... You haven't updated your NL.exe in a long time. You're probably like a year or a year and a half out of date, man. You gotta restart your computer. What happened to the Coke Zeros? I stopped buying them because they cost money. Coke Zero might sponsor you a can a day. Listen, there's like layers of technical debt that you would have to understand my philosophy. I'm not selling out to Coke Zero for a can a day, but I'm also not buying Coke Zero. And it's not because I can't afford Coke Zero. It's just because it costs more than I'm willing to pay for Coke Zero. If they made a 12-pack of Coke Zero, like, this is probably not realistic, but like, if they made a 12-pack of Coke Zero cans, like $2.50, I'd be in, 100%. But I'm not paying like $5.99 for 12 Coke Zero cans. That's just too much. I'll just drink water. So 25 cents a can? Yeah, and you, like, that includes, and this might be unrealistic, that includes the 10-cent deposit. I'm not paying 35 cents a can, and then you're like, oh, you get 10 cents back from the recycling depot. Because I don't bring my cans back to the recycling depot. I put them in the recycling bin, and then the city takes them out, and I pay property tax for the privilege of doing so, okay? Please. 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 We're going to lose. We've lost the game. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. Why would you do that? You are now breathing manually. Life's short, have the fun beverage. The other thing is, I mean, it's getting a little crazy, right? But like, there are things I do buy. Let's start there. However, I gotta pick up the Coke Zero like while I'm at the store. If they want me to pay like $6.99 for 8 cans, they can drop it off at my house, and they can take the cans away from my house. Chad, I realize like this is probably a harsh dose of reality for you, but this is what the real world is like. When you make high-powered business deals like this, there's negotiations. The other person doesn't just go, come on, you can do it, you can afford it. No, you gotta get in there. It's the art of the deal, man. If Coke wants me to buy their product, they can make it cheaper. If they're not gonna make it cheaper, then I'm not gonna pay $1 a can at the grocery store. Every time I go to a restaurant, I'll pay $3 a can. That's how I win, okay? You buy popcorn at the movie theater? Yep. And you're gonna say why? It's worth it. You don't go to the theater? True, but if I did, I would. And I have. I mean, Gold Dock Lines is like really good. Oh, no. I think we're done, guys. Unless he's got a big shield though. We were artificially winning because his shield was frozen for so long. Fair enough. You got me. I mean, we were trolling anyway. I could have won. I just didn't really want to be honest with you. Closer by 21 pilots. By 21 pilots. 21 pilots. Heathens from, probably not from 2019. I don't know what this is. This is Pitbull. This is Give Me Everything. This is On the Floor featuring Pitbull. I have no idea what this is. Skip me. Is this from like an M. Dickey game? This sounds like it's from an M. Dickey game. There's no backing vocals? The Weekend. It's Starboy. What the hell is orange? Right artist? I don't think I've ever heard this song, man. She a bad girl. She's a bad girl. She's a bad girl. She's a bad girl. She's a freaking star boy. It's not this one. What did I just pick? Did I just pick Blinding Lights? No heart. Okay. Okay, sorry. It was heartless. She a bad girl. She ain't much of a good girl. She's a bad girl. She's damn near one of the worst girls. Ooh, she a bad girl. Is this how it goes? Damn, she's a bad girl. Yeah, dude, I think that's how it goes, man. That sounds right. Anyway, we got it. Let me see if my wife is ready to stream. Okay. Oh, I am ready to stream. All right. Beautiful. I'll see you tomorrow. Every day I'll get a little bit smarter, but it's going to take a bit. Until eventually I start getting like a lot dumber. Like forever. But anyway, later.
I was at an all-night diner, size of XXX, but they was talking about root beer. I'm just sitting here, breathing the thin air, taking up the oxygen. Have I told you, have I? When I have sex, I'm always thinking about the pavement so I can avoid premature ejaculation. I woke up remembering to thank him. Better things to do, so I'll start drinking. First, the chain reaction started in the parking lot. We started to bleed onto the big streets and bleed out onto the highways and off to other cities. Built a store and sell these rocks. So are you feeling real dirty living in your parking lot, waiting to bleed, you know? And that's like the 9-minute long song that just keeps going until the guitar solo hits, and the guitar solo just goes.